Thank you for meeting with me today. So just to give a brief introduction of who I am the divisional manager in the sales, multilingual and marketing department in Search Talent. We're a boutique style agency is how I would best describe us, but we work in lots of different departments, whether it's IT, finance, accounting, and legal as well. So the main reason I wanted to do this chat today was I had done a poll last week on LinkedIn for a lot of my connections, and it was describing if you had ever had a problem obtaining a role in Ireland due to a visa status. And there was whopping results. I think 250 people had voted on it and 73% had said yes. So I thought it was a really important subject to cover and talk to an expert on how maybe we can start educating people on visa statuses and see how we can help people further.
Oh, thank you for the invitation. My name is Quezia Goodwin. I am a lawyer and an entrepreneur. Here in Ireland, I am an immigration consultant at Goodwin Immigration. So basically, we deal directly with the Irish government regarding residency permissions, stamps 0 to 6, and work permits directly with the Department of Enterprise. Okay, so we deal on a daily basis with Department of Justice and Department of Enterprise. And we see work permit granted to our clients, both employers or employees, on a daily basis. We already applied for more than 500.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Amazing.
I found on a daily basis that is very important to educate employers and employees about work permits.
So can you talk to me a little bit about the current issues that you are finding at the moment when you are helping different people obtaining those work permits?
I think the main problem here is the lack of good information and correct information about the work permit requirements. So it is not all type of jobs we can apply for work permits. It's not every type. So basically, you have to understand the heart of the work permit system in Ireland. So the heart are the 2 employment lists. Okay, the first one is called critical skills list, and the second one is called ineligible list. They are very important lists. So the first one means a list of occupations that Ireland has a big shortage of, workers. And those occupations on the critical skills list are very strategic for the economy as well. In order to apply as a critical skills list, you have to receive a job offer based on 32,000 euros, paying at least 32,000 euros per year, based on 39 hours per week. Okay, so on the other hand, the second list is called ineligible list. Is a list of occupations that are bans, that are ineligible for work permits. So basically, eligible jobs are jobs on the critical skills list plus any job that are not banned on the ineligible list.
Okay.
So is that clear?
Yeah, no, it is.
Okay.
And because obviously critical skills and the ineligible skills, how difficult is it for someone to obtain a visa if they're ineligible? Just so I am clear.
So it's very common, actually. I provide consultations on a daily basis. It's very common that a client comes to me on, they are ineligible at the moment. So we can review the job, we can change the job if the employer agreed to it. We can provide advice how to change that job, that occupations, in order to become eligible for the work permit application, to correct the position.
Yes.
Is that possible to do? We provide this kind of the service. We review the job. We make the diagnosis, the eligible diagnosis, plus the job review in order to become eligible for a work permit.
Okay, brilliant. And could you talk me through how best to educate clients on this matter? Because there are a number of candidates out there that we could help potentially, but maybe an employer does not have this understanding. How do you best educate on that matter?
I just started projects. I would like to reach more employers because my clients, especially the employees, they feel a lot of barriers from the company side, because the company maybe doesn't want to deal with bureaucracy or paperwork. So I understand that it's very easy for the company to hire someone that already have an authorization for work, but it is important to mention that in Ireland, the employee can sponsor themselves.
Yes, for sure. And going on that point as well, as a recruiter, as the middleman between the employer and the employee or possible employee, how do I best educate on that matter? Because yes, they can sponsor themselves, but what does that entail? Or if they do get sponsorship, is there a certain time period where they have to be employed by that employer?
Sponsorship means that you have received a right or eligible job offer. Okay. Sponsorship, in my opinion, doesn't mean that the company needs to pay for the application. If the company is in agreement with the employee, look, you can go ahead. I will provide you a copy of the employment contract, the revenue documents. You can go ahead. For me, that's the most important. You received a job offer. The company doesn't need to pay for the application. Okay, there is a processing fee for the applications. Okay, costing 1,000 euros for a work permit with 2 years of duration.
Okay.
Who can pay the processing fee? Both the employer and or the employee. The applicant can be the employee or the employer. Okay, that's great, because the employee doesn't need to be, waiting for the company to do everything for them. They can, take this responsibility and apply for their work permit.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. For me, it's great because maybe this information is going to give you more chance, to get job. If you during the recruitment process, during the interview, if the employee says to the recruiter or to the directly with the HR manager, look, don't worry, I will do my own application. What I need from you is a copy of the employment contracts and the very basically document from revenue,
Mm-hmm.
the formerly P30. P30 doesn't exist anymore since 2018, but is a similar document. Is that one-page document from revenue website? Basically, two documents from the employer.
Going back to what the benefits are for an employer if they do bring on an employee who is on a work permit or whatever it may be, what are the benefits to that?
So if the employee or the employer apply for a work permit with a duration of 2 years, you have this guarantee that you have, a person working for you at least for 2 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and we have a lot of qualified migrants and professionals in Ireland. So, but work permit is still a barrier because the employees and the employers don't have enough information about this. It's not very complicated, actually. We try to make it easy and explain a very, very easy way for everyone to understand that it's not very complicated.
If the employee is working there for 2 years, that's guaranteed 2 years working in the same position, or maybe be promoted as well. But I feel like a lot of employees who are in that position, they really do prove, like they want to prove themselves, and they want to, create something, and also, they want to get those promotions. They will work hard. I think that's a real benefit to it too. So, look, I've learned a lot from this. Is there anything else you want to add in that might be important, or like whether it's for a possible candidate of a role or possible new employer? It'd be great to hear.
If anyone is willing to apply for work permits and don't feel confident to do that, we are here to provide the service as well, or a consultation to be advised about, by me and my team. So if anyone is interested to get in touch, please find us online. Goodwinimmigration.ie is our website.